hello. Once you understand that you're a deliberate creator and that you can have whatever experience that you want, you become a master because you understand what you get is what you receive. So you tune yourself, you change what you are broadcasting to the universe, and then you get something back in return. So you understand the power, and the true power of a creator really is you can choose how you want to feel right now. You can choose the disc that you want to. You can choose the frequency. You can choose exactly what you want to broadcast by how it feels and not by the productivity of it. Because when you think about how it feels and it feels good to you, then you're on a good path. And so once you really understand that unconditional alignment, you can have anything that you want. And so how do you do that? Because here's the thing, since it's all a game of momentum, when you have that unconditional alignment, you understand that no matter what, even if what you want is in front of you, you can still feel happy. But then it begs the question, well, how long do I have to be happy for? And here's the answer for it. So say you want something, right? And we're like, well, why do you want it? We're saying, well, do you really need it? Do you really need that YouTube channel right now? Do you need it, or do you want it? Because from your place of unconditional alignment, when you ask yourself why you want something, and you get to that vibrational essence, and then you're like, oh, true, the reason why I want to write that book is to feel connected with source. And since I feel connected with source right now, then I'm good. But does that mean that you don't want your desire yet? No, because once you get connected to source and you realize that every desire is really at the root of every desire is truly the feeling of being in connection with source, and you can have that connection with source right now. Does that mean that you can just give up on your desire? Does that mean that you can just become desireless? And we're saying no, not at all, because when you just connect to source, so when you connect with source, then when you think about your desire, it's from a place of want, of pure desire, and not a place from needing it. Because when you need it, it's like saying, so most of our human friends are like, well, I can't be happy unless I have the dollars right now in front of me. I can't be happy because of this, and we say, well, you have to be happy anyways, because when you're happy, then everything comes. But what's really interesting about all that is when you actually get happy and you get satisfied and you understand that you can be happy and satisfied, then you realize that you truly don't need reality to change. You can choose how you want to feel, and then law of attraction will give you thoughts like that. You can choose your set point. You can choose everything about your experience, and it truly is an emotional game more than it is an action game. It's a vibrational game. It's a mood game rather than an action game. So you understand, hey, the reason why I want everything is to feel good, and since I feel good right now, then the desire that I want, the $1 million that I want, the YouTube channel that I want, the books that I want, the songs that I want to listen to, and the songs that I want to write and sing, and everything that I'm really interested in, the money, everything, the empire, all of it is because I just want it. It's because I want it. I don't need it. The thing is, I don't need it. And when you, oh wow, did you hear that? When you don't need it, that means you don't care. You're not pissed about if it's absent right now. You're not really like, oh my God, I need it. Because when you need something, when you really, really want something, it's because you really need it, because you really don't see it. So you really need it. And because you're like, and we get it. You need the money now. You need the money to pay the bill tomorrow. But we're saying it just doesn't work. It doesn't work in a vibrational world. You have to tell the universe that you're happy wherever you stand. You have to be okay, satisfied with where you stand. And no matter what desire you're measuring yourself against, wherever you are is wherever you are. And so things get really interesting when you realize that I don't really need anything to change. So now when I think about my desire, I can have fun with it. I can truly have fun with it because I don't need my desire right now. I can feel satisfied anyways, because now when you find this core, or when we say like, understand unconditional alignment, it's like you have a core vibration. You've practiced it. You've gone general enough. You've meditated enough. You've slept enough times and woken up enough times with a desire to get into the vortex. Your pure goal now is to just feel good and to feel satisfied and to be in the vortex. And now that you've done that enough times, you understand that this core vibration is who you are. So you can't really get lost because you have this core vibration down. You understand your emotions. You understand momentum. You understand everything that there is. And now all that it is just everything is just a natural byproduct of your satisfaction. Isn't that interesting? Because when the money that you want, anything that you want, any manifestation you want, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, when you want it, when you want it for the satisfaction, it doesn't come to you that. When you want the manifestation for the satisfaction, it never comes. Because when you want the manifestation for the satisfaction, that means that wherever you stand right now in relationship to that desire, you're not satisfied. So when you're dissatisfied in the moment, you shut everything down. Everything gets shut down. Everyone go home, because this human being cannot receive anything from us, but your source doesn't stop broadcasting. It's the same thing as saying, well, I can't feel good until this problem is solved. I can't feel good until you change. I can't feel good until my bank account changes. And we're like, well, you can't get there from there. You can't go from a place of dissatisfaction to a place that to a place that is satisfying. You have to be satisfied first, and then the satisfying place will come as a result of your satisfaction of vibration. It's like that. That's actually how everything works, because you have we know it's hard. It means that you can't be lazy, you can't be a sloppy thinker, you can't just look at reality and complain about it and expect something different. If you want something different, you have to offer a new vibration. And how do you offer a new vibration? You have to tell it how you want it to be. You have to be satisfied, because now that you have this core vibration, you understand that, hey, the reason why I want everything is to be satisfied and to be happy. And now that I'm satisfied and happy, and I can find that without having anything change in my reality, when I can find that unconditionally, now I just want it. Now I just want my desire. I don't need it. So when you don't need your desire, you don't want it, it's completely different. Because when you want it, now you can take everything to the bank, because now you're in the pure desire. It's like, I want the money because it's going to feel good, it's going to feel fun. But when you need it, it's like, I need the money because my life is going to change, and I need it because I don't want to pay my bills, and I need the money because I can't pay my bill right now. I need the money because I don't feel comfortable right now, and the money will put me at ease. Well, that's a pretty good statement, but you know what, you got the point. It's more just like, you can't be dissatisfied with where you are. You have to be in this place of unconditional alignment. You have to realize that you don't need, and when we say unconditional alignment, you have to realize that you don't need reality to change for you to feel a certain way. You don't need reality to change, because now you understand that you can feel however you want. You can feel the way you would feel if reality did change. If your dream life did occur right now, you can change all that right now, emotionally speaking. So now you're like, I just want everything. I just want everything. And when you just want everything, you're just in this place of really soft, easy satisfaction. And now the momentum really gets going, because now you can have everything that you want, because the universe doesn't really need you to talk about and justify exactly what the means are that are going to take you there, because that's what a human would say. They'd be like, well, you need to have goals, you need to know exactly what you're going to do, you have to have a game plan. And we're like, we're not against that, but if you're not inspired to do that, then don't do that, because here's the thing, it's all already ready for you in the vortex. But you have to get in the right stance, you have to get in the right position to catch the ball, you have to get in the right position to you have to offer your thought from a place of the receiving mode of source, basically, meaning you're in the receiving mode of things are working out for me. Now I have to bang things into place so that things can work out for me. Do you understand? It's like, I'm already satisfied. So from this place of satisfaction, when I think about my desires, it's not really to change how I feel. It's just because it's just naturally, when I'm satisfied, I just want all that stuff, because it just is satisfying. It shows me who I am. It shows me it is a representation of this and the expression of the satisfaction that is deep inside me. And so things get really fun. Everything just makes sense. Doesn't everything just make sense? And you're just like, yeah, that would make a lot of sense, because if you have a desire and you're like waiting, you're so ready to get to the finish line, because when you get to the finish line, you can finally relax, then it's no wonder you haven't gotten where you want to go. Because if you don't have what you want, it's because your stance is wonky. And isn't that so amazing? It's like, not even something to be critical about. It's like, cool. Do you really mean that I can just change my vibration and I can just get something different? And we're like, it's really that simple, because now when your desire is going to come from, your desire is going to be a representation of your satisfaction. Because it's like, well, why do you want it? Why do you want the money? Because you want freedom. Well, do you feel free? Because if you feel free, then the money has to come. If you feel satisfied, then the book has to come. If you feel passionate, then the money, everything has to come. If you feel confident, and if you feel passionate, if you feel ease and flow and satisfaction, then the YouTube channel has to come. But if you need all that stuff first before you ever change how you feel, before you ever feel different about your life, then you just can't get there from there. But now you know too much. You understand, hey, I can, no matter what's in front of me, I can always feel good. And we don't mean to say like, you just, this is really interesting, because you're not just complacent with reality. You're not just sitting there like, yeah, whatever it is, because I'm source energy and I don't really care. It's not like that at all. It's actually, you're like, well, I don't really need anything to change right now. So what that means is I'm not really mad about where I stand. I'm not critical of myself, because it doesn't really matter, because I can change how I want to feel. And since I can change how I want to feel, and I can choose how I want to feel, then I'm in the place of ultimate power. Because now when I think about my desires, it's from a place of pure desire. Because you know that most humans, you forgot what pure desire feels like. Now your desires just beat you up. They kick your ass, because since you have so much momentum and you have so many beliefs about them, you have so much doubt, you look around, you have so much of a history with all your desires, and you bring the history up all the time, then you can't really get there from there. You can't really make much out of it. You can't really take it to the bank. But when you realize that, hey, because you're so used to desire feeling work, like, oh, this is, so when your desire just feels easy, you're like, this is scary because this is not what I'm used to. But we're like, it's really that simple. Your desire is just like, I want it, I got it, I'm excited for it, it's really fun, and that's it. There's no like, what's the next part to it? There's no next part, because when last year's conversation about it, you feel good, and then it comes to you. And it comes really fast too, because that's just how everything works. And so you just want to make peace with the elements that are not satisfying. And you just want to realize that it's really that simple, that you don't really need anything. You just want it. I just want it. I just want it because it's who I am. I just want it because it's just more satisfying. That's it. And I'm already satisfied right now. And so you're in this place of satisfaction, and the people who are around you, the people who have really made it, they're the ones who are very much like the ones who are really successful. They're the ones who are like, yeah, I wanted it, but they weren't like super desperate. And that's really interesting. There was this one singer who was like, like if it wasn't for the forces around me, I would have just been really lazy and just been at home watching TV. But I just wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a singer, but I didn't need to be a singer because I was so okay with just wasting my life away doing nothing. And it was in that wanting, that pure desire of just singing, but not having this like I need to sing, so I need to make money, so I need to make soul work, I need to figure this out. It wasn't like that the constant thinking. It was just easy. It was just like, yeah, it'd be fun, but I don't really need it. I just want it. It'd be even nice to have. It's like the wouldn't be nice if game. And then what you want has to come, because when you're in that place of wanting, everything's fast, because the universe wants you to have. The universe is like, hey, you just gotta have non-resistant desire, because when there's non-resistant desire, it's like you clear the path and we can flow. You open the channel and we can come through. It's like that. And so you just have to find a way to make your desire non-resistant. And the easiest way to really do that is realize that when you ask yourself why you want it, then you're in a really good place. You're just in a really good place in your vibrational stance. You're in a really good place on your path right now, because when you ask yourself why you want it, you're in a pure place, because you realize you can. Because there's not one thing that, when you really get down to the vibrational essence of your desire by asking yourself why, there's not even one emotion that you don't already have. There's not already one emotion. Like, for example, like if you want money and what does money feel like to you? Why do you want it? Because it's freedom, because it's satisfying. Are you telling us that you don't feel freedom in any like facet of your life? Because you do. Because you can, right now you can go on the YouTube app and you have the freedom to choose to watch whatever video that that is fun for you. You have the freedom to, and the offer, yes, the freedom to breathe as much air as you want. You have the freedom to drink water. You have the freedom to do so much. And so you understand at a base level that you have so much of what you want. So naturally the manifestations are just an extension of that freedom. So it's really interesting. It's all just interesting because it really puts everything into perspective, because it's like, damn, I just want my life. I want it, but I don't need it, because it's in that needing where things get slowed down. When you just want it and you're just like, yeah, because you're not desperate, you're just expectant. You're not desperate, you're expectant. You're like, yeah, I want the money because it's going to be fun. It's going to be more satisfying. And it's really a lighthearted place that is so much fun. It's just so fun to be human once you put everything into perspective. It's so fun to know your power. It's so fun to want something and not need it. Needing is so sad. Needing is so scary. It is, because it just feels like you're up against the wall all the time. You need reality change. You need to prove yourself. But when you just realize that it's just about wanting, because ultimately you can change how you want to feel. I can choose how I want to feel. I can go journal. I have so many tricks in my toolkit, and I can feel however I want to feel. And so I'm good. So now all my desires, I just want them. It would just be really fun to have all my desires, and I'm just excited to experience all of them.